This is James White with Freakin' Reviews, bringing you as seen on TV product reviews, gadget reviews, and more. Now today I've got my fourth Wish versus as seen on TV comparison, where I take several items from Wish.com, compare them to the originals in stores here to see if they're genuine and how they really work. That's today's video. Now for those of you who are not familiar with Wish.com, it's a Chinese marketplace with third-party vendors. It sells a lot of items that are very cheap, sometimes even free with additional shipping charges. It's also known as a website that has a lot of counterfeits, a lot of knockoffs, and has glacially slow shipping. Now these are not comprehensive reviews of these products. It's more of a comparison to see how the Wish actually stacks up against the original. If you want to see the original full reviews of the real items, I'll have links in the description below. So I ordered 6 items from Wish. All of them advertised as genuine as seen on TV products. In fact, they use the actual as seen on TV product in the photo. And I want to compare them to the originals bought here in stores in the US, so I know I've got the real thing. So let's get started with the first item. This is a real slap chop, first marketed by Vince Offer back around 2009. This is bought brand new in 2019 for a video I did earlier this year. And this is a slap chop bought on Wish.com. It is not a genuine slap chop. I posted this on my social media sites for people to figure out. Most people figured out that this was not real when they looked closely at it. I paid 20 bucks for the real slap chop, and on Wish I paid $11, which was $6 plus $5 shipping. But this is one of those rare cases where the counterfeit, even though it's cheaply made and not the real thing, performed about as well as the original. Here's what happened. This box does say slap chop on it, and it's got a picture of Vince Offer. The slap chop, it looks kind of fuzzy. It seems kind of fuzzy to me. Okay, well there it is, and here is the original. Let me see if I can see any discernible differences between the two of these. You may not be able to tell, but this original slap chop is a little bit different shade than this one. The blades look pretty close. One thing I'm noticing is that the original slap chop has a warning here, and the one from Wish does not. It looks like the one from Wish I can't even really tighten, it just keeps spinning. Slap chop does tighten. If you look at the type on the actual slap chops themselves, the original here is thinner than the one that came from Wish. It's slightly different, not exactly the same. It says open, close on the original, and look how difficult that is to read on the one from Wish. You can barely even see it. They're not the same. Not the same. I'm gonna say between the fuzzy text in the box and some of the minor differences like that warning missing and it not tightening, I'm gonna say this is a fake. I'm gonna say it's a counterfeit. That's right, Wish, that's a counterfeit slap chop. But how does it really work compared to the original? Let me bring a few things in here and check it out. Let's try a couple tests and see how the fake slap chop compares to the real one. First up with a slap chop, 1 ice cube. All right, I mean, not overly impressive, but I don't think the slap chop's great for ice anyways. Now for the fake slap chop, 1 more ice cube. Oh, and it just came right out. Oh, look at this, a disaster already. I haven't even started yet. You know, it looks the same, but man, this is not built very well. I wish you guys could see how cheap feeling this is compared to the original. And this doesn't even stay on. Doesn't stay on. All right, 1 ice cube. It actually did pretty well. Surprisingly, it did all right. Something else I noticed is that the this base here that you can chop into it fits on the fake one. Doesn't fit on the real one. Speaking of, let's try this fake base and put some nuts in here, because I know that nuts are prominently mentioned in the commercial. Just got a handful of them. Let's see how it does. That was 10 slaps. It's not bad. It's not terrible. Let's try another handful of nuts. Do you see much difference? Except for when they're not falling out of there. I really don't see much of a difference between the two of these. I'm rooting for the real slap chop. All right, let me do one more test. A couple of baby carrots. Real slap chop, 10 slaps. And there it is, beautiful. Right next to it, I'm gonna do the fake slap chop, 10 slaps also. Real, fake. Real, fake. Not much of a difference. As badly made as this is, and the fact that it's a counterfeit, the blades definitely cut about as well as the real one. Although it's still not as made as well. I don't think this is gonna, look at this. Can't tighten it. Can't tighten. That's probably the biggest mechanical problem of this. Otherwise, honestly, the cutting was about the same. These are Clever Tongs, which are the hybrid spatula tongs I reviewed back in February 2018. I originally paid 25 bucks for these, but now they're available for about 15 bucks. And this is the Wish version, which I paid $11.65 for. That's $6.65 plus $5 shipping. They look pretty similar, right? Maybe they're not exactly the same. I was not real impressed with the original Clever Tongs. I'm even less with the Wish versions. Check it out. All right, here we go. But let's compare this to the original. Now, first of all, the original came with two Clever Tongs, small and large. The Wish one only came with a regular one. The Wish one has a slightly different color than the real one. It's a little bit darker green than the as seen on TV. That's a little bit more obvious on the handle itself. Wish as seen on TV. What's also interesting is the as seen on TV has a slight curve, so it goes upward when you squeeze it, just like that. The Wish one, what's this? What is this? Come on now. I mean, that wouldn't be useful at all now, would it? They both have a locking mechanism that you pull out, and it locks it, stops it from closing. This is the Wish. Both work pretty well. Now, I already can tell you that I'm not a huge fan of the Clever Tongs to begin with. They're all right in some cases, but I'm not a huge fan. So let's see if the fake Wish version can maybe improve on it, or maybe it's not as good. Let's go in the kitchen and find out. All right, this is the real Clever Tongs. Now, I'm not a fan. It can be used as tongs and as a spatula, so let's, I'll show you how that works. Using as tongs, you use this way. Pretty easy, right? Now let's try the fake ones. By the way, I stored the fake ones like this overnight to try to get rid of that reverse bump in there, but I'm not sure if it really worked. But let's see, tongs. Oh, well, what do you know? The fake Wish Clever Tongs are about as clever as the real ones as far as tongs goes. Oh, look at this. There it goes again. The problem with the Clever Tongs was this space right here. When you go to the edge of your pan or your pot, the tong would hit there and you'd have food spilling out. All right, see that? See how it's falling out? Try it. I'll show you again. Look at that, right out the front. But I still got some in there. I mean, it kind of works, but it's just, I don't think that it's better than a spoon, but it kind of works. Now for the fake Clever Tongs, which I actually have to use my finger to push that like that because that's not right. Come on, guys. It would almost be a decent fake if it didn't do that. But let's see. I don't feel like I got as much. Let me try that again. It works almost as well as the regular Clever Tongs, but the regular Clever Tongs weren't that great anyways. The fact that it has that it's going the wrong direction makes a bad product even worse. I'd stick with the regular Clever Tongs. Actually, I'm not going to stick with the regular Clever Tongs because they're bad too. I'm not going to stick with either one of them. But I will also say that when I squeeze the real Clever Tongs, there's a much more force required. It's a lot stronger spring on this one. Fake Clever Tongs, that spring is very weak in there. I don't know. I think I'd pass on both of them. But if I had to choose, I'd go with the real thing. These are my stylish Redshift XT glasses that are anti-glare, anti-haze. Advertised back in 2017, you don't really see them too much anymore. I think I paid about 15 bucks for these. And these are the Redshift XT sold on Wish.com. They were free with $4 shipping, and they look very similar. So I found these are actually quite similar, but the Wish one is definitely a counterfeit. Check this out. All right, well, I have a somewhat smashed box. I wish I had my original box, but I don't. I can't find it. That doesn't mean we can't find out if this is counterfeit or not, though. One thing I'm already noticing is it does not say Redshift XT. So what happened was the Wish listing said Redshift XT, but what I got was a knockoff. Wish, you're already off to a bad start. Let me pull out the original Redshift XT here. Wow, they look very similar. The lens is already kind of coming out of the Wish one already. So what I need to do is go outside, put these on, and see if there's much of a difference. It's clearly a knockoff because the packaging isn't it right, but man, they look alike. We have Wish and ASCII on TV. There's a slightly different tint. It looks like the opening on the ASCII on TV in front here is a little bit wider than the opening on the knockoff from Wish. The ASCII on TV says made in China. Wish does not. Oh, I found a very slight difference, but man, it's close. Is it me, or do these look kind of a little bit like work glasses rather than sunglasses? I mean, would you go out wearing these? Would you go to the beach wearing these? I don't think so. The ASCII on TV don't seem quite as red or dark, so which one looks better? All right, over here is the Redshift XT ASCII on TV. And this is the Wish knockoff Redshift XT. Which one do you think looks better? All right, let's take a closer look at these Redshift XT knockoffs from Wish. You know, they bait and switched me. They bait and switched me. I actually did screen captures of every product that I ordered, and they showed the box of Redshift XT. And what I got was not the box from Redshift XT, it was a knockoff. Now, because I didn't have the box for the Redshift XT when I opened it, it just looked like a generic box, but after doing some research, looking at my old photos, when I actually unboxed it myself, I realized this is a Redshift XT box that they have altered. It actually said Redshift XT right here, and they just took it off. It said Redshift XT up here. They took it off also. On the back, this said Redshift XT. And even on the bottom, they've brazenly taken out the word Redshift XT, so it says blank is a trademark. I mean, that's pretty brazen, isn't it? But one thing that's kind of funny is they forgot to take off Redshift XT right there. So they scanned the box, removed the logo over where they found it, but they're kind of sloppy and missed it right here. That's kind of shady. All right, so let me try these on real quick, and then I'll show you what they look like. Oh, it's bright. Oh, it's bright. This is why I wear sunglasses outside. The fake ones are actually a little bit darker than the real ones. I don't see a huge difference though. Besides a slight difference in tint, there isn't much difference. Check it out. All right, that sun is pretty brutal out here. Neither one of these really help me in that bright sun. I guess they're supposed to be anti-glare. Well, I was squinting the entire time. All right, so here's what we got. This is the real Redshift XT. This is the fake. As you can see, it's a little bit different shade, but there isn't much of a difference. The frames are identical. I mean, the frames are cheap on the originals and they're cheap on the knockoffs, so there's not much of a difference there. So even though I got bait and switched, I think that free with $4 shipping is a better deal than the $10 to $15 Redshift XTs, which aren't really sold in stores much anymore, by the way. But I think in this case, I'm not too disappointed, especially for $4. I feel like the originals probably should have been about the same price anyways. Quality-wise, I don't think Wish disappointed. I am a little disappointed that I didn't get the real thing though. What's next? This is a real rocket copter, and it's accompanying slingshot that lets you blast it up in the air. It's got an LED light. I first reviewed these back in 2017. These are about $10 for a package of 6. And this is what I got on Wish.com, which was advertised as a rocket copters. It also has an LED light and this kind of chintzy looking slingshot. This was free plus $3 shipping for a package of 3. Even though the description said rocket copters, this is definitely not a rocket copter. And it also didn't perform quite as well. Check it out. Here we go. These are supposed to be rocket copters. There's 3 of them, and it doesn't look like the original as far as I can tell. I did these back in 2017, back in Maui. Here's the actual pack that I reviewed back then, but I'm not sure if these are gonna work because they're a couple years old. They have batteries that you can't replace. So I picked up a brand new package of rocket copters. As you can see, the packaging between the 2 real ones look pretty much the same. There is no packaging with these. They're just loose, and they definitely don't look like the original. But I'm pretty sure that the Wish page said, as seen on TV, rocket copters, and that ain't it. That ain't it. Let's take these out there tonight and see if the fake ones from Wish can actually compare. Let's do it. First, I'm going to start off with the old 2-year-old rocket copters and see if these even work at all. The rocket copters come with these fancy handles. And let's see, did any of these light up? Oh, that light still works! After 2 years. 2 years later, it still works. Obviously, I haven't used these very much. Now, is this rubber band gonna handle it? We'll see. And, oh, it made a noise. Whoa! Ready? Wow, it still works. Sweet. Whoa. Wow. I'm very impressed with the 2017 rocket copters. So let's try the brand new rocket copters and see if they work as well. 2017, 2019. Oh, these are nice and fresh. Here we go. These light up nicely. 2019 rocket copters. This is the real thing. The Zora band feels a lot better than the 2017 one. I guess that one's kind of, what is it, dying? I don't know. Shredding? What is the word for it? Tearing? Yeah. Aging? There you go. Oh, there's a lot more. I can pull this a lot further back. And 2019. Whoa, that did not copter down. I didn't fold it. All right, that was an operator error, guys. So just pretend like I didn't do that. You're supposed to fold these. The other ones were pre-folded back in 2017. I will pay for all medical bills for that rocket copter that just hit the deck. It landed without a parachute. All right. Now that I have it folded, let's try it again. Hi-ya! Oh! All right, that was a blooper. That was blooper reel. Let's try it again. There we go. Oh yeah. Very nice. Very nice. All right, one more. I'm actually having kind of fun with these. Ready? Oh, that wasn't very impressive, was it? Oh no, oh, okay. All right, well, that's all right. You know, I think there wasn't much of a difference between the 2017 and the 2019 rocket copters, as there shouldn't be. There better not be. In fact, this slingshot actually works a lot better now because our band's new. But now it's time for the fake rocket copters from Wish. There's a button right there. Oh, it blinks. Whoa. There's another fold line. I'm going to do both of them. All right, here we go. Oh, not as good. Here we go. Oh. Whoa, that was terrible. Oh, no, wait. Oh, we have a casualty already. Oh, he lost a limb. Whoa, that's cheap, man. Wow. Let me do another one. For this one, I'm going to ignore the top fold line and just do this bottom fold line. Oh, that one did. It didn't really go as high or it fall as slowly, but that one worked at least. Let's try the third one. Oh, this poor thing. Medic! All right, so I think that it worked better not doing the second fold, just doing the first fold. Come on, fake rocket copter. Oh. I'm not impressed by the fake rocket copters at all. I mean, one lost a limb on the first one. The other ones, some of these went to Hawaii and back, and they didn't lose limbs. The real rocket copters, they fly higher, they fall more slowly, they make a sound. Not impressed. Now I gotta clean all this stuff up. Look at that battlefield over there. This is the HD mirror cam. It's an as seen on TV dash cam that attaches to your mirror. And this is the Wish version of the HD mirror cam that attaches to your mirror. Now, first of all, the HD mirror cam isn't very HD, and it sells for about 50 bucks. Then you have the Wish version, which was 34, which is 23 plus 11 shipping. So if you can save that much money, maybe it's worth it. But on the other hand, the original wasn't very good. So when you get a knockoff of something that's not very good, don't expect much. Check it out. All right, this is supposed to be the HD mirror cam. And I look at the box and it says black box DVR. It does not say HD mirror cam anywhere on the box. So clearly this is a knockoff that on the Wish page says it's the as seen on TV version. It obviously isn't. By the way, yet another smashed box. Look at this. Have you ever seen the video of that Wish warehouse where they're walking across stacks of packages? I think this may have been on the bottom of that stack. All right, well, this looks a lot like it. That sure looks like it. This is Wish. This is as seen on TV. Very close. Of course, there's no logo on this generic one that's supposed to be the HD mirror cam. This one has a beautiful logo on it. Just because it's a knockoff doesn't mean it doesn't work, though. So let's put this out in the car. Put them both out in the car and see how they compare. All right, here's the fake HD mirror cam I've got in place. What's up, guys? But I'm going to drive down the street with both this one and the real one and compare the footage and see if there's much difference. So let's do it right now. All right, let's see how this works. I'm going to drive the same speed both ways, so it's as close as I can get. I can't really mount both of them at the same time because they both use a rearview mirror. I have my voice recorder recording me, but I'm also going to see how the sound for the fake Wish HD mirror cam sounds. Let's see if it sounds any good or not. I have a feeling the sound isn't going to be great, but you never know. The sound in the original isn't so great after all either. One thing I'll also note is that the rearview mirror really isn't that clear. It's kind of like this weird blue tint, and it's not as crisp as my regular rearview mirror, and it bounces around a little bit more. It kind of vibrates, so I think the HD mirror cam was the same thing. So let me switch to the HD mirror cam and see how that looks. If you want to see a full review of the HD mirror cam, I'll link my original video below, which goes over these buttons, how this rotates, how it's mounted. But again, this is the fake one. Let's switch over to the real one and see how it looks. And here's the HD mirror cam. Let's go down the same street, same speed, and compare the two of them. Now here is the HD mirror cam audio. See if this sounds any good or not. I'll switch back and forth. I'm not sure either one of these are going to be that great. All right, let's see how this works. I'm going to drive the same speed both ways, so it's as close as I can get. I can't really mount both of them at the same time because they both use a rearview mirror. All right, to take a look at the selfie mode for the HD mirror cam. I can't really tell in the daytime what that quality is, but I know that based on past experiences, it really isn't that great. I use a Vantrue Dash Cam that I'm pretty happy with. It has a pretty wide angle on the inside of the car compared to this, which is zoomed in on my face. A zoom in on my face isn't really that helpful when you need a dash cam. The Vantrue, I'll show you a clip of that, how wide that one is compared to this one. So I don't know. I don't think either one are that great. But is the Wish one a better deal? That is the question. All right, just for comparison's sake, this is the Vantrue Dash Cam, which I reviewed in early 2019. It has two cameras on it that record both at the same time. As you can tell, the audio is better. The video is better. Now, obviously, it's a more expensive dash cam, but you kind of get what you pay for, especially in the audio on that cheap Wish one, which is basically non-existent. But look how much wider the interior rear camera is compared to the other two. The other two just focus on my face. This has the entire cabin of the car. I'm not a fan of the HD mirror cam, and I'm definitely not a fan of the cheap Wish knockoff. This Vantrue I've been using for almost a year now. I'm pretty happy with it. There are others out there as well. In fact, there's a link to my dash cam comparison below. All right, let's take a look at the Tac Light. This is a real Tac Light purchase here in the US in the store. These were heavily advertised in 2016. It was the 5th video that I ever did. This is actually the 4th Tac Light I bought because the first 3 I kind of ruined doing my durability test. One of those was the Elite, which kind of still works, but not great. So we have the real Tac Light. We have the Wish Tac Light. They look similar. Here in the US, I bought the Tac Light for $20. On Wish, it's $8 plus $6 shipping, so only 14 bucks. That's a pretty good savings. Now, for those of you who follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, I posted a picture of a couple of Tac Lights along with a version from Wish. And if you look closely at the zoom magnification, the real one has 1, 25, 50, but the one from Wish seemed to add an extra 0, 1, 250, 500. They're the same flashlight, but this one is actually marked incorrectly. Now on the Wish listing page, it has the Bell & Howell logo, surprisingly absent from the flashlight that I got. They look similar until you look closely. Check it out. This looks like the actual Tac Light to me. That doesn't mean it really is. It could be a fake, but let me compare it with the original Tac Light box and see how it looks. This is the Tac Light from Wish. This is the Tac Light I just bought in a store. I should mention that I've bought 4 Tac Lights in the past, 3 regular and 1 Elite. All of them I've actually kind of broken with my test, so I had to get a new one to make sure this test was fair. The first one I bought back in, I think, 2016, this is the box for that one. And it says 22 times brighter than the regular flashlight. Well, a year later, their box said 40 times brighter than a regular flashlight, even though the light itself didn't really change. We've got a 2016 box, 2017 box, 2019 box. Let me get a little bit closer and compare these boxes here. There is actually a notification here about the use of the Cree logo that's not on the Wish one. This is also a little bit different here. Otherwise, these look the same to me. You'll also notice that the real one it says Cree LEDs, nothing on this one. That's also found on my original one from 2017, but nothing about it on the 2016 box. But 2017 and 2019 both mention it. Nothing on Wish. Let me crack the Wish open. All right, these instructions, I'm gonna guess these are not the regular instructions. These don't look, it doesn't say Tac Light on there. It doesn't say anything that identifying, this was like generic flashlight. All right, here's the light itself. No Bell & Howell logo that I'm expecting. I'm starting to have a hunch about this one, guys. I think this is gonna be a fake. Let me crack open the real Tac Light, which I just bought in a store for 20 bucks. Look at the instruction difference. Real, fake. As seen on TV, Wish. Arbitration agreement, not mentioned in Wish. Bell & Howell logo, orange cap. This Tac Light is a counterfeit, guys. It's not the real thing. You are busted, Wish, for putting it in a Tac Light box. Fake! All right, so even though clearly the Wish is a counterfeit, that doesn't mean it won't work. So I'm gonna put some batteries in these and take them out tonight and see how it does. I've got my two Tac Lights, my real and my fake from Wish. I'm gonna shine them on that wall and see if there's much of a difference. First up, the real Tac Light with the orange button. All right, when I first turn it on, it's a very wide beam, huge. Now let me go through the different modes here. That's medium, low, SOS, slow SOS, and off. Now when I was zooming in, same thing. High, medium, low, SOS, slow SOS, and off. The fake Wish Tac Light. High, off, high, off. What? Oh, I have to push it not all the way in, but halfway in. If I push it all the way in, it goes completely off and starts over again. So, okay, that's high, medium, SOS, slow SOS, and back to high. It doesn't go off again. So it's a little bit different, actually. The button functions slightly differently. Let me try both these at the same time. There's a difference in color. This is the Wish, and this is the Tac Light. This is the fake Tac Light and the real Tac Light. I'll try to do the buttons at the same time. Okay, that's medium, medium, low, low, SOS, SOS, slow SOS. Whoa. All right, we got Wish on the left, Tac Light on the right. I think the Tac Light looks a little bit brighter, and it's more yellow. This is a bluer one on the Wish. This is a yellow one on the Tac Light. I think the Tac Light wins. Bailey. There's Bailey. All right, I think that the Wish one is certainly fake. It doesn't seem quite as bright, so I don't know. I'm not sure if it's a better deal getting the counterfeit from Wish or not. I will say there's one advantage that the Wish one has over the other one, and that if you want to go off on the Tac Light, you have to toggle all through all the modes. At least on the Wish, you toggle off by hitting the button, and you toggle through the modes by pushing it halfway down. So I kind of like that a little bit better, but that's all I like better about it. I also don't like the idea of counterfeits anyways. The total cost for the As Seen on TV products was $130, and for the Wish items, it was $77.65, which is actually a pretty big savings of $52.35. On the other hand, I'm not sure that saving 50 bucks on a bunch of cheap, junky counterfeits is really worth it. In my opinion, I'd still go with the originals, even though they're more expensive. I'd have to say that the best of the bunch was probably the Redshift XT because it was the closest to the original, and there really was not much of a discernible difference between the two of them as I wore them. Have you used any of these items, or what do you think about Wish.com? Tell me what you think in the comments below. Please follow my social profiles for progress pictures, videos as I go, and please subscribe for more product reviews from me, James White, with Freakin' Reviews.